Hey guys, so we'll get started with our math lesson in a minute, but I want to go ahead and do a little bit of a review with you. On your test next week, you are going to have to be able to skip count. So I wanted to give you a few problems for you to kind of look at and see if you can figure out. All right, let's start with an easy one. Okay. So I'll always tell you what you're going to skip count by. I want you to skip count by fives on this one, okay? And remember what I told you, you can kind of cover up that hundreds and kind of see. The only time you really have to pay attention to that is when you're transitioning to that next hundred. So think about it. If I'm counting by fives, 10, 15, 65, the next one I would say is 70, and then I put the 100 in front of it. 75, put the 100 in front of it. 80, and then 85. Make sure you're putting that 100 in front of it. So 65, 70, 75, 80, 85. All right, it's just like regular skip counting. We're just having hundreds with it now, okay? Let's do one where we transition. Let's do 390. Okay, all right. So think about it. If you're counting by fives, remember I'll always tell you what you're counting by. All right. Think about it. If you need to get your hundreds chart out and think about it, what's 5 more than 90? 90, 95, and make sure you put that 100 in front of it. 90, 95, 100. But it's not going to be 300. We're going to move to our next 100. So after 300 comes 400. And they kind of give you a hint over here with that. And then 5 more would be 405. Okay? Making sure that you're doing every 5, paying attention to that. 90, 95, 100, 105, 110. Okay? Remember, when you're skip counting by fives, it's going to be 0, 5, 0, 5, 0, 5 in those ones places. All right? And then when you're skip counting by tens, all right, when you're skip counting by tens, you just look at that tens, counting by tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, but don't forget to put the hundreds in the front. 460, 470, 480, 490, okay? All right, guys, keep practicing those, all right? Pick a number and practice skip counting by it or have your parents do it. Okay, so for our lesson today, our objective is to be able to compare numbers within 1,000. All right, and we learned this, you actually learned this last year in first grade, and we worked on it earlier in the year with our 2-digit numbers. Same thing's going to apply with our 3-digit numbers, okay? We're going to use the less than, the equal to, or the greater than symbol to compare the numbers, okay? It says Jacob walks 234 steps to the lunchroom. Ryan walks 312 steps to the lunchroom. Tyler walks 234 steps. And Noah walks 229 steps. Compare Jacob's step to each of his friends. Okay? So you got to make sure that you're looking at all the information. Jacob walked 234. So we're going to compare Jacob to all his other friends. Okay? I know Ryan did 312. Tyler 234 for Tyler, and Noah 229. Okay, so let's compare Jacob's 234 and Ryan's 312. Remember that when we compare, we used to look at the tens and then the ones if we needed to. Now we're going to start looking in the hundreds place. Which one is more, 200 or 300? Okay, 200 is less or fewer. So I know, therefore, I don't even have to look in my tens and my ones place because I know that 2 is less than 3. So 234 is less than 312. Remember that alligator mouth opens up and opens up towards that bigger number. 234 is less than 312. Okay? You do the same thing with 234 and 234. I can already look at that and know, I don't even have to think about it. Those numbers are equal. They're the exact same number. So I'm going to go ahead and put that equal sign because the hundreds, tens, and ones are all the same. So here, once again, if I'm comparing, I want to look at the hundreds place, 200, 200. They both have 200. So then I move and look at the ones place. I'm sorry, the tens place. Sorry, guys, tens place. 3 tens, 2 tens. I know that 3 tens is more than 2 tens, so 234 is greater than 229. You want to open that up to open towards the larger number, okay? So on your book, let's look at directions. You're going to compare the two numbers, and then on this long blank, you're going to write is less than, is equal to, or is greater than. Then in the circle, you're going to write is less than, equal to, or greater symbol. So let's take a look. 815, and we're comparing it to 809. Remember to start looking in the hundreds place first. 800s, 800s, that's the same. So then I need to look in my tens place. 110, 0 tens. I know that 1 is greater than 0, so that's what I'm going to say. 815 is, and they expect us to write really tiny, greater than. We're going to have to use our little teeny tiny print on that. And then I use my symbol. I want to have that alligator mouth open up to eat the bigger number, okay? 815 is greater than 809. All right? And our robot's giving us a little clue here. A number with fewer digits than another is always the lesser number. All right? And he's giving you a hint about this. This only has tens and ones. This number has hundreds, tens, and ones. So no matter what, if it has less digits, it's smaller. All right. On this page, you're simply writing the symbol to compare the numbers. Here, you're answering a question, making sure that you answer the actual question. Will the model ship fit on the shelf? And explain, guys, use the words. It's greater than, it's less than, it's equal to, or the same. All right. Write about it. Over here, same thing, you're going to write in the blank the words is less than, is equal to, or is greater than, and then in the circle you are to write the symbols. On the back, continue to write the symbols. Here, you're going to solve the problem. It's giving you clues, and you're going to figure out what the address could be. There's a few different answers. What could it be? All right, so you got, this is a problem solving where you have to think about numbers. It's giving you clues, okay? And then Oliver and Jalen, do some comparing. You need to tell me who is correct and then explain who is correct, all right? Okay, guys, have a great day, and I will see you at book club.